Xenobia. Greetings, my dear viewers. It is I, Drayon, and welcome back to Dungeons & Dragons Character Conversion. We are on the 5th installment of the Iron and Blood Warriors of Ravenloft series. Today we are looking at Xenobia, a member of a barbarian tribe from the mountains. Before she joined up with the group, she was a part of a nomadic tribe of barbarians, and was the first woman in her tribe to slay one of the totem animals of her village, as a way to try to get the respect of the men of her tribe. Of course, she did not earn this respect right away. While she was the first female of her tribe to take down one of the spirit animals that are her tribe's totem animals, she did not get that respect. Sure, it was one of those rite of passage things that most tribes seem to have, but given that she is a female, she did not get the respect she had earned. It was not until she had slew a white dragon that had been plaguing her tribe's lands that she finally got that respect. And now she is adventuring with this group of heroes, and they slew a black dragon. Blackheart, I believe its name was. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into things. Starting things off with the point-buy system. Strength is a 15, Dexterity and Constitution will be at a 13, Intelligence and Wisdom will be at a 10, and Charisma will be at a 12. Xenobia is human, which is going to increase each one of our stats by 1 point each. We get a size of medium, speed of 30 feet, and languages of Common and Orcish. While bearing some resemblance to Xena Warrior Princess, I believe that these two are going to have totally different builds. So we will discuss Xena Warrior Princess at a later date, but it is to note that Xenobia does bear some resemblance to the Warrior Princess. Moving on to our background, since we are a part of a tribe of nomadic barbarians, we're going with the Outlander background, giving us proficiency in athletics and survival, one musical instrument of choice, the language of dwarves, we get the origin of tribal nomad, and the feature of wanderer. If you were to go with a first level feat, I would recommend grabbing tough. And over on the community page, I posed a question to you all. What class is Xenobia? Much like the other characters in this series, there have been a couple of complications with trying to figure out just what exactly they are. Whether it be a class feature that doesn't really exist except for one type of subclass, or there is a spell that they get access to that they normally would not get as a part of the class they are described as. Something about them changes drastically. And with Xenobia, you would first think that she was a fighter that just refused to wear pants for some reason. I'm not joking, the wiki specifically listed that feature. Then you would think that she was probably a monk because she'd like to jump over her enemies sometimes. No, not a monk. Not a fighter, even though she wields a sword and a shield. And wears armor. Stereotypically, the class that she is does not wear armor. But, like I said, I posed the question. And only one of you guessed. And you managed to guess correctly. Sue, Share Danielle, 4280, thank you for your response, and for guessing correctly. The Barbarian. You get a D12 hits die, starting hit points of 12 plus your constitution modifier, additional hit points equal to 1d12 plus your constitution modifier per barbarian level after the first, proficiencies in light armor, medium armor, and shields, which Xenobia uses. Simple weapons and martial weapons, she uses a short sword, maybe a long sword, I can't really tell. Saving throws in strength and constitution, and the skills will be nature and perception. Now I can already hear you in the comments section. But barbarians can't wear armor if they want to use their rage feature. That is heavy armor. They cannot wear heavy armor. They can still use light armor or medium armor. Oh, but what about the unarmored defense? At this point in time, our unarmored defense is only a 14. +2 on our dexterity modifier, and the +2 on our constitution modifier. Xenobia wears breastplate, which is a medium armor. And it gives us a better armor class than our current unarmored defense. 14 plus our dexterity, maximum of +2. So we get a 16 armor class at level 1. Moving on to level 2, we get access to Danger Sense and Reckless Attack. At level 3, we get Primal Knowledge. Go ahead and grab Animal Handling. For our Primal Path, it was hinted at earlier when we were talking about the tribal animal that we are going to be picking the primal path of the Totem Warrior, giving us access to Spirit Seeker and Totem Spirit. The Totem Spirit that we slew, a bear, a white bear. Moving on to level 4 Barbarian. Go ahead and grab Constitution and Charisma, each by 1 point. At level 5, we get access to extra attack and fast movement. At level 6, grab your Aspect of the Beast, once again picking Bear. At level 7, we get Feral Instinct and Instinctive Pounce. At level 8, we're going with the feat of Shieldmaster. At level 9, we get access to Brutal Critical. Level 10, we get access to Spirit Walker. At level 12, we're going with the feat of Aberrant Dragon Mark. This will use our Constitution modifier, increasing it by 1 point. And the reason why we are doing this is because of the 2 spells we are picking, Friends and Charm Person. It is stated Xenobia has the voice like a siren, and is able to sing a siren-like call. So it makes sense to go with Friends and Charm Person. Friends is actually a cantrip that we get if we do play the Siren character from the Ixalan series. Fun ability. Not perfect, but still fun. You check out that video if you want to learn more about the Siren. Anyway, that's why we did it. We needed a siren-like call, so we went with the Aberrant Dragon Mark to get Friends and Charm Person. Nothing more, nothing less. Bonus points for increasing our Constitution by 1 more point. Moving on to Barbarian level 13, we get Brutal Critical, with 2 dice this time. At level 14, we get Totem Attunement. This time, I wanted to go with the Elk. It's got a better ability than the Bear. At level 15, we get access to Persistent Rage. At level 16, increase your Intelligence and Wisdom each by 1 point. Level 17, Brutal Critical, now has 3 dice. At level 18, we get Indomitable Might. At level 19, go ahead and increase your Strength by 2 points. And finally, at level 20, we have Primal Champion, which increases our Strength and our Constitution each by 4 points. And that is the end of the video. What did you think of Xenobia? Did you guess the class correctly? Let me know in the comment section down below. And until next time, this has been Drehan, and I am offline.